So, obviously you must have had adversity and doubt when you, uh, you know, embarked upon this journey. So how did you kind of handle that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have adversity and doubt literally every day of your life. That's secret number one of being a founder and entrepreneur. It's kind of what drives you.
Yeah.
I think it's using that adversity and doubt to come into something better and something bigger. And I think a great example is when we started, we had these black pick line covers, and we used to get them washed twice by the factory, and then they would make them and send them to the customer, and we would always test them ourselves because it's really important to wash test, to wear test, etc. Uh,
Mhm.
I actually ran a marathon wearing our pick line cover, and I'm not a fast runner, so we got to really truly test that pick line cover out in stringent experience. But one thing we didn't test is receiving it from a hospital setting, and so we got the pick line covers to a hospital customer direct from the factory. They put it on, and the black of the pick line cover started pilling on the bandage that you wear. And we had worn the bandage, we had tested it out, but we had always washed the cover before we put it on because that's what you do with clothing, right? And in a hospital, for a product like this, they weren't doing that because they're not going to send something out to get laundered before they put it on if they don't have to. That's a massive extra expense. And so the black starts pilling off, and thankfully we had told the nurses that we were working with, like, hey, we're a startup, we're like, they knew our story and they wanted to be a part of it. And so when the black came pilling off, they weren't, hey, we're never going to work with you again. It was, how do we solve for this? How do we figure out what the problem is?
Yeah.
And so we were able to make them kind of not just customers, but really feel like they were part of the team and a part of the problem solving atmosphere. And so they worked with us in our factory to try and solve the problem. And at one point, I forget who it was, but someone was just like, well, are they washing it before they wear it? And they're like, no, obviously not. We're taking it out of the packaging and putting it on. And that's when we realized, well, why don't we test if you wash it, if you put it on, does that still have the same issue? And it did not. And so then we started washing the product, not just before, once the fabric was made, but also after the actual product was made, before it was put in packaging. And the solution was literally washing it twice. And then the pilling stopped. And so I think a big lesson there is you can actually use that as a way